Hey guys, what's up? This is Ashley here. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little bio of me, and you've seen all these videos so far that I posted on my YouTube page, and I just wanted to give you guys a little introduction of me and get to know about where I started and how I became about my fitness journey. Well, first of all, again, my name is Ashley. My name is Ashley Gerhart. I'm 29. I am married, and I have two wonderful children, a boy and a girl. And, of course, they are my absolute life. Being a mom, I say, is one of the best things that I could have ever done. Well, to start, originally, how I became about, becoming a fitness instructor and, a trainer is about, for years, growing up, weight was always an issue. I mean, I was never very heavy when I was younger, but I always struggled with eating very unhealthy. I was such a picky eater growing up as a kid. And me and vegetables, we did not get along. So it was definitely a struggle, growing up as a kid for my parents, because to try to get me to eat anything it was pulling teeth. When I got married, I was like, oh, I want to be healthy and try to work out, but, it never really worked. And right after I got married, I got pregnant right away. I was about 21, almost 22. And I honestly, a lot of people, when the first pregnancy, you think you're invincible. You can eat whatever, because you hear that line, oh, I'm eating for two, it's okay. And I went a little overboard. I went nuts. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have my soda. I'm going to have candy every day. I don't care. And it affected me. I put on the weight big time. And I was falsely watching those celebrities. They were like this big and then like shrunk to like a size 0 within a week of their pregnancy. So, me being naive, I fell into that lie, and it didn't happen that way. It did not work out the way I saw in the celebrity magazines, because it was like, well, they have a trainer up their butt 24/7, so they can drop the weight like that, so they can put on the weight like that too. And, just when I thought, okay, maybe I'll start trying to work out, boom, I got pregnant with my son. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. I quit. I'm done trying to get healthy. I'm done trying to work out and be in shape. And it took a toll on me, because after I had my son, he'll be 5 in 2 weeks. After I had him, I was well over 200 pounds. I was about 240 pounds between after I had him and to about 2011, 2012. And I was a mess. I was very unhappy with myself. I didn't like shopping. I didn't like looking at myself in the mirror. I didn't want to go to the beach. I didn't want to go to my mother's pool. We live in Florida, and I didn't want to do anything. I was just so embarrassed with how I looked, and just so concerned with how others saw me, that I didn't want to be any part of anything. I didn't want to, if we would go to a theme park or anything, I'd be the one in long jeans, big black t-shirts, covered up, because I didn't want anyone seeing my rolls, my thighs, anything. I just hated it. Pictures, I tried very much to avoid pictures because I didn't like how I looked. And I was not a happy person. I was very sad. I was very insecure, and especially being a woman, we already have those self-conscious issues as it is, with how we are looked at by others. So, of course, being a woman, being a mom, and being overweight, it's even harder, I find, because I was just concerned about everybody's opinion, anything I wore. What are they going to say? How are they going to think? It was just constant noise in my head, and it was depressing. And then by 2012, between 2011 and 2012, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Enough's enough. I'm not happy. I don't like where I am. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, just everything. I wasn't happy with myself. And so I was like, okay, Ashley, you've got to do something. You've got to do it. You've got to stop making the excuses for yourself and change. So I started to, little by little, I was cutting down on the soda and, not having so many late night snacks, because that was my problem. I was a late night snacker. I'd be the one, because at the time my husband used to work nights. So when he'd go to work, I'd be in the kitchen grabbing my carton of ice cream or grabbing my chocolate chip cookies and baking them in the oven. And I would just have Pick Fest while the kids were sleeping and be in my room because nobody was there to watch me. I thought I was being slick, but of course I wasn't. I was only cheating myself. And so then about 2012, my daughter wanted to do cheerleading, so I decided I was going to help coach. So one of the coaches of the football team, because we were on the same team, he was telling me about this gym called Darwin Fitness Performance, DFP. So I was like, all right, I was like, tell me what it's about, what's the deal with it? And so he was like, well, they have these classes and it's like, he was giving me the sales pitch, and he was like, well, they have a class tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m., if you want to try it out. And I was like, all right, what's the worst? So, I got up, made the effort, set my alarm, got my clothes ready, got there. It was actually the owner at the time. He was running the class that morning. So I was like, all right, let's do this. And I got in there and I was like, oh my gosh, I am dying. I can't breathe. I'm sweating profusely. Like, I didn't know that I could sweat in like certain places before. And after it was all said and done, I kind of looked at him and I was like, all right, where do I begin? Where do I sign up? How do I get this done? And, from there, I said to myself, I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all out. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to do it once or twice a week. No, I said, if you're going to do this, you've got to be fully 100% committed. And I did. I went 5 days a week, 5:30 a.m., sometimes 6 days a week, an hour, getting my butt whooped, and I loved it. I never got so excited to get my butt kicked in the gym than I did going there. And it was so unbelievable. And then once he started explaining, as far as nutrition was concerned, how to eat, what to do, by water intake and everything else, I started seeing a difference in my clothes, how I felt about myself. I saw the weight just going off of me. It was just little by little by little, and I was just so excited. I finally was excited to actually try on clothes. I was excited to shop, and I originally used to wear a size 20 pair of pants. Before, I used to be ashamed. I used to hate telling people what size my clothes were. And then now I can probably say, I'm between an 8 and a 10, depending on, where I go to the store. I wear size small, and it's exciting. It was so wonderful to feel like that, to feel good about myself, and to just, I felt like there was a new sense of, a new Ashley that came about. I mean, she was in there, but she just, there was layers in there that needed to come out. And, once I really started reaching goals, I was like, you know what? I really want to help others too. And I wanted to see other people succeed. And it was exciting to see people that I worked out with reaching their goals along with me. And it was so much fun. And I was like, I want to do that. I love this. I want to help others. And I told the owner, I was like, I want to be a trainer. What do I need to do? He gave me the tools that I needed. I started studying and just learning and watching, and then learning how to do things myself. And then from there, I got certified, and now I teach some classes and everything. And I love it. I love helping people. Nothing gets me so excited than waking up each morning, being able to hear people talk about, what they couldn't do before that they could do now. It makes me so excited. Like, honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. If I had to do what I did to get to this point, I would do it again. Because to see people, feel good on the inside as well as the outside, it's inspiring. It's inspiring to watch because for me, I was always the type of person that felt that, I wasn't good enough to do anything, that I could never challenge myself. And, now I know it's possible. I can always challenge myself, and I continue to challenge myself. I'm actually going to get ready to do a competition in August, a figure competition, which is totally out of my comfort zone. I've never been a person to be like on stage. I mean, yes, I would be on stage to sing and, do plays and performances, but to just have people, really look at me and judge me, it's definitely a different thing for me. And I'm very excited about it. And I'm just excited to just continue on with 2014, just helping others and inspiring people, hopefully, to get to where they want to go. And I'm very giddy about it. Every day it's something new. It's always a new experience that I wouldn't change for the world. I honestly wouldn't. And, since I've been going to DFP, my trainers keep pushing me past my comfort zone, as you've seen in a lot of the videos, doing deadlifts and sit-ups on punching bags, things like that. I would have never have done that before. Had you had told me a few years ago that I would be able to do some of the things that I do now, I'd have been like, you're crazy. There's no way. Because back then, I didn't believe in it. Now, I know it's possible. And I know it's possible for you if you truly want it. But you have to make that first step. Everyone always says, oh, eventually I'm going to get in shape. Eventually. Why not now? Stop putting it off. What's the worst that's going to happen? Yes, you're going to probably have a setback. Yes, we all have some shortcomings. There are things that happen. There's always a circumstance that comes. But if you really want it, it's going to happen. You're going to achieve the goal. And, I love being able to help those people that feel like they at first think it's impossible, because it isn't. It's very possible. If you want it, you're going to make it happen. And, from losing over 80 pounds, dropping about 14% body fat, I'm very humbled by the whole experience. And I'm very much looking forward to what else is coming ahead. And so that's pretty much it for right now. That's a little bit about me. The next video I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about my nickname, because on there it says Lionheart Fitness. And, people that don't know are like, Lionheart, I don't understand what that means. Could you explain a little bit more? So the next video that I will do for you will explain a little bit about my nickname and, some of the different obstacles that have come my way, honestly, with me having this name Lionheart, and, how I was able to overcome them. And so, again, guys, thanks for taking the time to watch this little video, this little intro and a little bio of me. And I look forward to just continuing on this amazing journey together, watching us together work. So, hope you all have a wonderful evening, and see you guys later. Bye.